Wrong one. Here we go. Whoa. Hey, be careful of the equipment, you asshole.
Ooh.
Now, I know that you don't watch my podcast, but I just want you to know that when I press this beep button, it's not actually beeping anything. You have to, instead of saying asshole, you have to go.
Okay.
You have to just whisper it.
Okay. I'm trying to look through here.
Well, put it down some and then put this up.
Okay.
Hey, folks, a lot of new equipment here on the podcast.
How I'm looking.
As you can see, we are in a different location. It's very similar to a storage unit. It is Harold's garage.
Yes, and it's a garage. Things everywhere right now. Organizing the tools and stuff.
Don't be fooled. He's not organizing anything. What was that?
Just things falling. We have here
He's a renter, so technically he doesn't have to clean this up. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is sponsored by Weed Eaters. Cut your weed and your neighbor. What word did I say?
Can I say it?
Say it. It is approximately 2:37 in the morning here in Denver.
2:30.
My time, it's 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to work, and then I came up here and set up and then put on makeup at 1 a.m.
And now we're here.
And here we are doing the podcast.
Doing the podcast in the garage, which is technically a storage place, so it kind of fits the theme, storage. And you're wondering why I have a napkin. I'm patting my face. I just popped 2 pimples.
Because he's disgusting.
They were turning white, the heads. And she wanted to pop it so bad, so I'm like, all right, let's pop it.
No, I didn't. That's disgusting.
So, yeah. But we're good.
Today's show is sponsored by Jaws. Just add water for hardwood floors. I've never heard of a Jaws. Just add water. Just add water system. That's what Jaws stands for.
Oh, that's smart marketing. Man, I've gotten bitten up these last couple of days by mosquitoes.
We've gotten
at least 20 times.
We've gotten eaten up so much that we had to buy new bug spray.
Yes. And I feel like it doesn't work. But
no, it does, because I had so many, I can lean back. I had so many mosquito bites on my feet that Harold had to do the age-old trick where you make an X on it for
like
me.
this. I have one right on my arm. So when you get a mosquito bite, preferably as soon as you get it, you dig your nail into the mosquito bite and you apply, and then you turn your hand the other way. And you dig in there good.
What do you think the science is behind that?
You're killing something.
You're killing something. Now, do you know why? Do you know why it itches when you get a mosquito bite?
Because they're nasty.
Because they're nasty, but also, I looked it up. Sorry, bedbug and flea hotshot. Wow. I looked it up, and it's because when the mosquito sticks its proboscis, I think it's called, sticks its little ding-dong thing.
Proboscis.
Its mouth ding-dong into your skin. In order to get the blood out in an efficient manner, it spits saliva in there.
Oh, so it's ejaculating.
It's ejaculating saliva into your body through its mouth ding-dong.
How rude.
And then your body says, hey, there's something inside of me that's not supposed to be here, and sends a bunch of, I want to say histamines to the area. And that's why it gets all red and inflamed and starts itching. Because your body's basically saying, hey, this isn't supposed to be here. I'm going to make it itch real bad.
So do they thrive on blood, or did I say that right?
Thrive on blood?
No. Well, what makes them even want to suck your blood in the first place?
Because that's what they eat, blood.
Oh, so they nasty.
Because they're nasty.
So we're doing them a favor, right? They're taking our blood, and then we have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, basically.
How fucked up is that relationship?
It's called a parasitic relationship.
Oh, Lord. Well, they're getting my ass.
What do you think about those? There's a bug. I don't know if it's an insect or what it is, but it hooks to a fish's mouth.
Okay.
Specifically, its tongue. Basically takes over its tongue and eats everything that comes into the fish. The fish isn't eating.
So isn't that like, there's worms that do that, right? Like if you get in your body, you'll eat food and they thrive on you. They eat your, pretty much whatever you're putting in your body, they eat. I forgot what they're called.
Parasite.
Parasite.
That's what I was calling it. Parasitic.
Okay.
Let's look up fish, tongue, bug. It's disgusting. I'm going to show you a picture. Oh, I just saw a picture and I shouldn't have looked at it. Oh, it's called the Semiothea exoa. A tongue-eating louse is a parasitic isopod, and it enters through the fish's gills, okay? It attaches to the tongue while the male attaches to the gill. And basically, they're just using the fish as a big body. Would you like me to show you the picture?
Yeah, let me see it.
You ready for this? It's going to give you nightmares.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me find a really good one.
She's going to find a juicy one. She's looking for a juicy picture.
God, it's going to give you... Now, just remember, it's taking over the tongue of the fish, okay?
Okay.
It's living in the fish's mouth as if this is its tongue. I want you to understand that before I show you this picture. Ready?
I'm ready. Ooh. So that's the fish with its mouth open, and that's it? That's the parasite?
That's the parasite, which has eaten its tongue and taken the place of the tongue, and now will eat everything that comes in that fish's mouth.
How fucked up is that?
Isn't that insane?
Oh, I swore.
Huh?
I swore instead of you pressing the button.
Look at this guy.
That looks creepy.
It is horrifying. It is...
For me, it's the face. It's the color of it. It's white, and then the little evil looking face at the end of it.
I don't even want to show a picture of this to the listeners because they'll be horrified.
Yeah, it looks nasty. It looks like kind of like what do they call those?
It looks like a little lobster, kind of.
Kind of lobster tail. Nasty.
Imagine you have that in your mouth, eats your tongue, and then pretends it's your tongue and eats everything that goes in your mouth. So every rice, every beans,
every torta
that you get extra toasted, it's not going down your throat. It's going in that little bug's mouth.
We're fighting.
And you're like, why am I so hungry?
And the thing is, you think the fish knows? The fish has to know.
What's the fish going to do?
I know.
Use its hands? Use its little flipper like, hey, get out of there.
That is, I'm sure they know, but what can they do about it?
Right.
Yeah, I would just go out with a bang.
That's when you take the advice of Dory in Finding Nemo and you just keep swimming. That's all you can do. You just keep swimming.
Parasites. I've had at least one or two parasites before.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I don't know which ones. I just couldn't stop using the bathroom. And then went to the doctor and had a parasite.
I had one called Cyclospora.
It's the names for me. All these different names. Cyclospora. And what do those do specifically?
It makes you dookie.
Okay. Why not throw up? Why do you have to go dookie?
Because it's living in your booty hole.
Oh.
Let me see. Let's look.
This sounds raunchy. Nasty.
Oh, God, the poor fish tongue.
That thing looks disgusting.
Ugh. Let's see. Cyclospora. What does it do? Makes you go doo-doo. Are you still bleeding?
No, I was just checking it, making sure.
It infects the small intestines, usually causes watery diarrhea with frequent, sometimes explosive bowel movements.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Cool.
It reminds me, I don't know why, when I first got my dog, my Chihuahua, she was a puppy and she was using the bathroom and
Stop.
worms were coming out of her butt, right? White worms. And I apologize in advance, but white worms are coming out and they're trying to crawl back inside her. And she's just looking at me like, can you help me? I don't even remember if I put gloves on or not, but I grabbed them. I think I might have grabbed a napkin or something, and I was pulling them out. And as I was pulling them out, they were swimming or fish or to try to go back inside her butt. It was nasty.
Were they
I was told that all like dogs
kittens too?
when they're born, they need to get a
Dewormed.
shot. Dewormed. There you go.
Dewormed.
So she wasn't dewormed yet. So,
I know a lot about those worms too.
Yeah, it looked nasty.
So in the intestines of these animals, I'm pretty much a scientist.
At this point,
They because what happens is if I see something, then I go to the internet and start learning about it.
okay.
But it's one long, I think it's a tapeworm. It's one long worm that breaks itself off into pieces on purpose to go out with the turd. And then from there, it can complete the cycle and do it all over again and become get into another pet's butthole.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
So a cat or dog will eat a flea. The flea is infested with the tapeworm. The tapeworm will go out in the poop.
Want another fly? Or
Something will eat the turd, and then it'll continue again.
wow.
Hopefully, I'm not spreading misinformation.
Yeah, that just sounds nasty in itself, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's life. Every creature on Earth has a job, and the job of the tapeworm is to get into your pet's butthole.
Wow. As long as they don't get in my butthole, we're good. We're good in that avenue.
Poor little Bella. Today's show is sponsored by HomeSense Multi-Purpose Cleaner. Go to the store near you and get some.
That stuff smells so strong.
It's Kroger, actually.
It smells, you can smell all the chemicals. So strong. I'm not sure about people back home.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if you guys back home use stuff that's like green, what do they call it? Like friendly?
Yeah.
Or green? Or if you use this
Like a
chemical stuff, this Lysol, this 409, but that stuff is strong. I don't even really use it. But it's strong.
Sometimes when we go to a hotel, we'll walk in and smell a smell.
I think
What do you think that smell is? Let's see if we're on the same page here.
I think there's two different smells that come when I go to a hotel. There's an ideal smell that I smell in a clean hotel, and it just smells fresh.
Huh?
Hold on a second.
Was that the ring light? Ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical difficulties here. Looks like the ring light is broken. What happened to the ring light? Did we blow a circuit? Fuck. My thing's still on. My, how did I do that? Ladies and gentlemen, he's blaming me for this mishap. Unbelievable. It's not turning on? Ladies and gentlemen, I can see because he's moving it around that it has nothing to do with me. Did I put it in the Did I put it in the Whoa! Wow.
Okay, why is it saying low battery on my
Do you have it plugged in the right hole?
it wants me to change the battery. It turned off.
Do you have another battery?
I would have to find it.
All right, looks like we're going to be back in a few minutes, folks. See you soon.
Battery died out. I thought it would hang, but it wasn't hanging. So I charged it for a few minutes. Whoa.
I'm zooming in on a fossil.
Yeah, I had when I first moved here, I was picking up rocks for a while. I knew this guy that also collected rocks, and he gave me a few. So I don't know if this is one that I picked up off of the floor when I went for a hike, or off of the ground rather, but or if it's one that he gave me. But she noticed. She says it's fossilized, and I asked her, "How do you know?" And she started explaining it to me. Didn't quite get it because she's a true scientist here, and
What is there not to get? There were creatures and living plants 250 to 300 million years ago that just died, fell to the ocean floor, and then now it's this.
No, I believe that it is fossilized. I would have just thought, how do you know the difference if it's fossilized or if they're just rocks inside of there?
Well, it's a fossil because you can see.
You want me to show them?
You could show them. Show them this one and then show them these, right? I mean, there's so many different little fossils on there, which makes me think it just was like sediment that was at the bottom of a lake or ocean. And to think about it being over 250 to 300 million years ago, and to think about where we are now is wild to me. Ooh, I got a brush right there I could have used. Oh, you do? Is it showing up real nice? I wish that guy was here so he could tell me more about it.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking
about. Huh?
I know who you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about your roommate.
Yeah. I didn't want to say his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I don't know his name either, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, so that's that.
Fossils are cool. I've always liked fossils ever since I was a child, and I would hang out with my friend Jason, and we would go fossil hunting.
I've never gone fossil hunting. Well, you know what? Maybe on a field trip or something, part of school, but just to randomly want to go fossil hunting, I mean, never have.
Well,
Sounds like fun.
He always found them, and I never did, and it would make me extremely sad.
What if he had a couple in his pocket and
he probably did, but he would find arrowheads.
Oh.
He would find arrowheads and other fossils, and one time he told me, "Hey, this is gold," and I said, "Really? That's cool." And
was it?
No.
No.
We went inside, and he's like, "Mom, I found some gold." And I was like, "Yeah, we found gold." And she's like, "Honey, that's not gold. That's sandstone." I'm like, "That is gold. Jason said it was gold."
He tricked you.
He was punking me.
Oh, so he knew. He had intentions of punking you.
He always was tricking me.
Oh. Yeah, what I was interested in was those metal detectors. I mean, could never afford one.
You were or you weren't?
I was. I always wanted to find a treasure. How do you find a treasure with a metal detector?
You go, ooh, ooh, ooh. I follow a guy on TikTok that does stuff.
Oh.
And he's so good at it that when he hears it beeps, he'll say, he knows that it's either going to be, he'll be like, that's a, what are those things on sodas? These things? Whatever these things are.
Aluminum.
He knows that it's these little doodads, or he's like, oh, that must be a ring. Mm. And speaking of, I found a ring the other day.
She did. I should get it. It's in the truck. But
well,
okay.
I don't want to show it because I was thinking about making a post like, if you lost a ring at Red Rock's parking lot, let me know. Because then they'd have to describe it, because anybody could say, oh, yeah, that's my ring. But if I say if you lost a ring,
What would be? I mean, what are the odds? It is somebody that you know. Like, oh my God, that's my dad's ring.
well, you never know. Somebody
The ring
might
looks
be like,
old.
"Hey, I lost my ring at Red Rocks, and I've been looking for it."
Yeah, it looked like it was there sitting there for a while, dusty. She showed it to me. She asked me, "Is it real gold?" I looked. I seen the stamp.
10 carat.
10 carat, the diamond. I'm not sure what kind. You said it was like a what? A little.
It's .30.
Looked like a cool gold ring though.
So it's like a 30 carat.
It was your lucky day.
And I just was walking and happened to look down and saw it was embedded in the sand.
Wow, what are
Dirt.
the odds of that?
Oh. I want my goddamn ring back. I got that in World War II.
Yeah, the ring looked very old. But gold is gold, and gold is money. So,
and money is cool.
I mean, to some people, to most.
I mean, some people say, "Oh, money can't buy you happiness." Try me. Let me try to figure that out.
Yeah, it makes sense because my happiness is food, and if I didn't have money, I couldn't get food.
Yes.
So yeah.
And if you have money, your bills are paid, and then you don't have to worry about that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, if you have a lot of money, then you have people around you that you are there for the money. Hey, what are you doing with my goddamn fossil? I'd love to make a ring out of that.
Yeah, this is really cool. I never really looked at it until you started looking at it and pointing things out.
There were some, the old house I lived at, I got a bunch of, those rocks that were in front that I told you I got?
I don't remember.
I had like some garden rocks that were like this big, white, and I got them from my mom's farm, and there was tons of fossils in there.
Oh, wow. So you were fascinated.
Big fossil guy right here.
Scientist here.
Because to think about it, it's just a plant or fish that was alive and was soft, and now it's so old that it's rock.
What if one day I end up in one of these rocks?
Okay. We're all going to be.
Yeah, potentially.
We're all going to be something. Well, we're all going to be dust by then. Maybe some bones. My boner. My.
I can't wait to use those buttons.
How long have I been here?
You've been here a week.
A week.
A week or so. A week.
It feels like a very long time.
Kind of does.
Because we stay up late and we get up late.
And then I work late. So that doesn't help. And then I got to keep going, keep moving, keep pushing, keep going, keep moving, keep pushing, keep going, keep going, keep moving, keep pushing, keep going, keep going, Keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. Yeah, so it's just a part of life. You got to just push through it. Push through it.
Sometimes you don't feel like pushing through it, though. Sometimes you just want to take a nap.
And that's when you tell your brain, nope, I'm not going to listen to you today. I have to do this.
Well, when you went to work today, my brain told me take a nap, and guess what I did?
No, it's okay. I love naps, too.
Took a nap.
I won't say no to a nap if I need one. Who doesn't love a nap, especially after you eat some food?
God, we had some bomb-ass Mexican food tonight.
Oh, yeah, so good. We're going to have to hit that up again.
Earlier today, I was filming a video at a McDonald's, and we almost got in an altercation with a young man.
Oh, yeah.
And it was my fault, because when Carla is filming something and she hears a loud vehicle, she gets mad, so she kept looking. And so the guy pulled his car around because he saw me looking and filming and parked right in front of me. And now I know the reason that he did that was to try to intimidate me. But because I was so into my thing, I didn't care what this guy was doing, right?
I'm fixing my hair.
So in between the little things that I was filming, Harold came over and said something, and then I said, yeah, but I can't record because of this car here is loud and making noise. And then you walked over sort of by the car.
Yeah, the car was...
Because he was very close to me.
The car was tinted windows. So it was just sitting right next to us. So I kind of looked over to see if I could see somebody in the car, and then the guy lowered the window and he said, "Why are you recording me?" And then he was all tattooed up on. He had tattoos all over his face, and he had contacts that were white. So it threw me off. I thought he was either joking with me, and then it hit me after a while. So I kind of diffused the situation a little bit, and then he stepped out the car. So I'm thinking, okay, we're about to fight. Then I don't know what happened. He got back in his car, put the window up, and then his friend came out of the McDonald's with his pants sagging so low. And then Libbie tells me, "Oh, I would have." Ready?
Yep.
Him up. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." She was ready to fight, according to her.
Well, the thing is, it was totally my fault because I know that probably the way I was looking at his car looked very aggressive, but it was me being in character and not really thinking like he was looking at me, because I couldn't see him looking at me because he had the world's darkest windows on the world's most ridiculous. I keep saying it was a Dodge Neon. It wasn't a Dodge Neon, but when you're driving a car that's similar to a Dodge Neon with tinted windows and a spoiler in the back, and you're wearing white contacts, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, something was wrong with him. And then by all means, the contacts, if that's his choice of flavor, that's fine. But it looked kind of weird, like something you would wear to like a Halloween party.
Well, it was the fact that he had pulled up and acted like he was going to fight someone, but he looked like an insane, crazy person.
Yeah, so I don't know whether to take him serious or not. Then he drove off. We continued. She filmed what she filmed, and
I'm not done talking about this guy though. There were several different things that were happening when I realized that this lunatic was potentially dangerous. And I couldn't hear what he was saying. And the part that scared me was that he looked so unhinged, but Harry was being so calm. And the guy was like, I could see his eyes darting around and saying stuff. And then Harry said something like, "No, man, she ain't filming you. She's making
some content.
Making content." Like, and then when he got out, and I started thinking like, this could be really dangerous. He could potentially shoot somebody or stab somebody, and it scared me. But also, I'm just standing there like, is this really happening?
All while we're filming.
All while I'm filming a Carla video about a grimace shake.
And it's funny because you were saying the kicker on the joke is nobody. I mean, it's supposed to people die and have attacks. That would have been the way for you to go if he would have.
I mean, that would have been a real life video.
A real life video.
But yeah. I do feel like you were. I don't know if you were or not, but I felt like you were kind of protecting me, which is nice. But also, I didn't want you to have to get in a fight with this guy.
Oh, if it was going to happen, it was going to happen at that point. But it's all right. It didn't happen. We're still here.
We're still here. That guy's still driving around in his Dodge Neon
with his contacts,
tinted windows, looking around, looking all crazy. The fact that, so when he pulled around, were you standing by me?
It's beeping low battery again. Damn.
Why don't we just use my phone?
It's he was already there. I seen the car pull there, and I was like, "Why?" So is the
he
car
was
there?
Coming over to intimidate a woman.
I think so. So he was trying to see, because when you were filming, he could only see you from his rear view. So I think he drove around so he could see what you were doing.
Well, when he drove behind me, I was turning like this. So he was driving. He was leaving, I think.
No, because he was waiting on his friend inside.
Right. Oh, so maybe he
just went to probably have a better view of what you were doing.
So he was trying to intimidate a woman.
Yeah, and then I noticed from a distance, and then I walked over.
And parked very close to me.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm trying to film a possibly viral video. I don't need you to get your Dodge Neon any closer to me.
And then you could tell he wasn't in the right headspace. And some people, you can't tell him nothing, or they're just in their head to want to be. He was being passive aggressive, so yeah.
All right, let's shut this down again, and then we'll just use my phone.
Okay. That was so realistic.
It's because of those batteries. We were just discussing the guy. And
That guy.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about him, about how it could have potentially been very bad, but it wasn't. It was good. And of course, in my OCD brain, it had several scenarios going on what could possibly happen if that man got out.
After or during?
After he got out of the vehicle.
Okay. No, I'm saying when he left, you thought about it?
No, it was happening in real time.
Okay.
My brain was going. And then what was I going to do? Just start screaming, hey, stop fighting. Quit fighting. But the whole time I would have kept the camera running so we could have some A1 viral content.
It would have been fun, but it would have been, cops would have been called because we were in the parking lot of McDonald's. It would have been a chaotic event.
And then I would have had to explain the wig and the Winnie the Pooh shirt and why I was laying on the ground with purple shake everywhere.
Yeah, people were looking around like, is she okay? I'm like, yeah, we're good. We're good.
And in the video, it's so funny because there's two people. One guy walks right by me, doesn't even turn his head to a woman laying on the ground.
I think it eased them a little that I was standing there. If you were by yourself, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. They would have asked you, like, they would have probably ran up to you or something.
Do you think they would have said, you good?
You good?
You good, ma'am?
Probably not.
So we've been having a good old time, not doing as much stuff as I want just because there aren't enough hours in the day.
Yeah, but if we could get 3 more in a day. 3 more, that'd be nice.
If we could get 8 more. In what we have in store coming up is possibly the hot springs, possibly another painting episode. Can you see my painting back there?
Them? I'm sure they can.
We watched a Bob Ross tutorial and painted along for a video, and it's really good. I'm going to sit here and obsessively make sure your camera is on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it goes off, we'll hear something.
Oh!
Yeah, the painting, it was fun. It was a little stressful for me at first because we were trying to keep up with what he was doing, and he was moving pretty fast.
I didn't realize how fast he went. In my mind, I saw time for us to chit-chat as we're painting, and there was no chit-chatting.
There was. I was focused.
It was intense. Bob Ross can paint a whole painting in 30 minutes. No nonsense.
And he has such a relaxing voice.
He sure does.
Just create some happy clouds.
They can live wherever that you want to put them.
Exactly.
The little trees can live wherever you want to put them. That's my painting over there. It looks pretty good.
That one?
That's mine. His sister wants that painting, and I also want it.
And we're going to do another one, and I'm thinking about giving mine away to some follower out there.
Some follower out there.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking about giving it away. So I don't know how I'm going to do that exactly, but whoever I pick, I guess, I'll just
there's my
ship
painting.
it to you. I was thinking on
ship it to you.
Making another one for my YouTube channel, and then I'll probably do something as far as go through the comments and pick one random person that comments on the video.
But that's not fair though, because then people say, "Oh, why'd you pick them?"
Well, I don't know how else.
You're gonna have to find a good way to do it where it's fair.
Okay. All right, I'll think of a way.
Because you can't just go down and go like this. Because people say, "Why'd you pick them? Is it because they're cute, or this, or that?"
Yeah, I'll have to think of a slick, smart way to do that.
Slick.
Yeah.
You could say the first person to show up at my house gets it.
Oh. I'll probably do something like don't know quite yet, but I'm gonna give it away.
You're not giving that one over there away.
Yeah, that one that I did actually, I was stressed out when I was making it, and it came out pretty cool. It has like some type of character to it. And
It's edgy.
It's edgy, yeah, and I ended up liking it.
I love it.
Pretty cool, guys.
Hey guys, looking good.
I would like
professional painters.
I would like to do it again with some oil paint, but oil paint.
Yeah.
Oil paint. We used acrylic.
And that was on me because I always thought that oil paint was very difficult to work with, but the acrylic was drying so fast that it was hard to blend. That's the problem I was having.
When you do your makeup, do you have to like blend it in before it dries, or you could just blend it in at any given point?
Well, most of the stuff is dry powder, except for the foundation, which then, I mean, I'm not a makeup expert.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say I'm a makeup expert because you're an expert at everything.
I'm really not a makeup expert, and in fact, talking about makeup makes me nervous just because I don't think I'm good at it.
Okay,
I get by.
All right.
But I don't feel like anybody's ever going to be like, hey, would you do my makeup for me?
You could do my makeup.
Can I?
Put a little blush.
Blush.
Powder up them cheeks.
Which cheeks?
These cheeks right here. Or this pimple, you could powder it up.
Oh, God, I love pimples.
Why is that a thing?
Because it's gross.
Yeah.
And it's...
Or even those videos when the doctors are removing something like one of those worms.
Stop.
A parasite.
Oh, the bot flies.
There you go. And they look nasty, but they're so, you just like.
They're nasty.
You want to watch it though.
And there's been times where I've said to myself, man, I wish I could have a bot fly in me just so I could take it out.
Ooh.
Oh.
It sounds so.
Gross.
Just to take it out. The other day, she had a bump on her head, right? And she's driving. She's like, I feel a bump on my head. I wonder if it's and you said something like a leech in your head?
No, a tick.
A tick. What made you think it's a tick and
well,
not a
I
bump?
thought maybe it was a tick because sometimes you get a tick on your body and you can feel it.
Where would you get a tick from, though?
Anywhere. They're on the grass.
Oh.
Fall off a tree, fall into my head.
Well, do you still have the bump?
Yeah, it's still there.
Well, the tick is still in there. Shout out to your tick.
Well, he looked at it and said it wasn't a tick, but I thought that maybe it was a tick that had been
I'm
there
not a doctor.
so long that the skin grew over it.
Oh, so he has a whole apartment in your head.
And then after that day where we talked about it, then I dreamt that there were 3 staples over the bump, and we took the staples off, and there was a lot of stuff under there.
Ooh.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do remember there was a lot of stuff in there.
A lot of gunky stuff, would you say?
I'd say gunky stuff and possibly insects.
Ooh. Like maggots?
No, more like crawling bugs.
Oh. Why you would dream that, I don't know.
Well, I think I dreamt it because I'm afraid that there is a bug in there.
Okay.
So
I've there's been times where I go to I feel like a fly goes in my ear and I freak out. I'm like, oh shit. It's just a weird feeling. I'm sure I'm not the only person, but that's a weird feeling. I've even seen videos where they stick a tool or utensil in their ear and they remove a fly.
I love it. Spider.
A spider. Oh Lord. It makes you cringe, but you still watch it.
I saw this video yesterday of an elderly woman. They were pouring alcohol into her ear, and when they poured it in, then a spider came running.
Yeah, I seen that one.
A spider. So
yeah, those are
that's cool.
They're cool to watch, but they kind of make me cringe every time.
Love when there's spiders crawling in your ear.
Not a big spider guy here. Not a big parasite guy here.
Not a big ant guy. You just don't like any kind of insects.
I mean, I don't get disgusted, but I mean, if I see a spider that has like a thick, body, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I feel like me. Like I have to kill it ASAP. But if it's like a little spider where it has long legs, it doesn't look too thick. I'm like, okay, he's fine.
Like a daddy long leg.
Oh yeah, they're fine. But if I see something with a heavy bottom, you know what I'm talking about, like the ants, or a heavy back, I'm stepping on it.
Their top part's called the thorax, isn't it?
I don't know.
Scientist here. Hey guys, scientist here.
Big scientist.
Wow. I don't like playing that sound because that's a sound on the viral podcast.
Okay. All right.
Hate that one. So how you doing?
I'm doing.
Anything you're holding on to that you want to get rid of this week?
Some of this hair. I got a haircut appointment tomorrow. Holding on to.
We're trying to get into the nitty gritty here. What are you holding on to emotionally or mentally? Not your hair. Come on. Come on.
Let's see.
Let's have a breakthrough here.
Let's see. I think I'm still learning to trust my gut, my instinct. Learning to not ignore that gut, you know.
And what is it telling you to do?
Well, sometimes, you know, it could be the voice in the back of your head, like, that's, maybe you shouldn't do this. But then at the same time, your gut, you keep thinking about it. Like, why do I keep thinking about whatever it is? Mm-hmm. But then you're like, oh, but what if what if I'm trying to ignore that person? You know, so I feel like my gut is telling me, you know, whatever it is. And I'm going to follow that and not that little voice in the back of the head.
So your gut isn't what if? Those are two separate things?
My gut instinct, it could be like, for example, let's say you keep telling yourself, like, man, I got to go to the gym today, right? Mm-hmm. And for a week straight, like, damn, I didn't go. But it's still in the back of your head. Like, it's still there. You still like, damn, I didn't go. But you always make excuses or, oh, I got to do this, and you forget. So learning to, like, okay, you know what? I got to do it. Or maybe it could be a small idea, a short-term goal that I want to do. And then, you know, it could be insecurities or whatever it is in the back of your head. Like, well, if you do that, maybe it's not a good idea. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that makes any sense.
What are some of the insecurities that you currently have?
I don't know about, well, not insecurities. I'm more of, I've always been, I think, a perfectionist. So with anybody that feels the same way, you know, perfectionists, I feel like they're hard on themselves. They critique themselves the hardest. Mm-hmm. And in the end, I feel like you're making yourself better by kind of critiquing yourself. But at the same time, you don't want to make it harder on yourself, you know? And sometimes me being a perfectionist, not everything has to be perfect, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. You are very
hard on yourself about some things. What I'm trying to get you to do is be vulnerable right now.
What?
I want you to be vulnerable. Tell me something that you're insecure about.
So,
it could be anything. Physical.
That's what I'm trying to think. I want to say,
I'll give you what I'm really insecure about lately. My arms. I have a lot of lipedema growth in my arms lately. Mm-hmm. And I'm constantly self-conscious about it. And I usually haven't been. Usually it's more of my legs that I'm very self-conscious about, but I'm very insecure about my arms. And I know people say, oh, your arms are fine, but I don't have any elbows, which is kind of a funny running joke, inside joke with us. But like, I'm very insecure because I have a lot of lipedema growth in my forearms.
Okay.
Which usually it was just up here. So that's a big insecurity for me right now. Also, another insecurity with me is I don't know if it's an insecurity, but I'm really struggling with not smoking. I want to smoke constantly.
Okay, you're hanging in there, so I give you credit.
I'm hanging in there, but I feel like at any moment a couple times tonight I was like, oh, I'm gonna smoke. Like I was telling myself I'm gonna smoke.
Oh wow.
And then
I'm glad you didn't.
am I glad I didn't? I don't know. I want to smoke. All right, that was my insecurity.
Okay, me,
I have another one.
Probably.
Go ahead. I'll let you share yours, and then I'll do another one.
Want to say, damn. Well, I can't think.
Here's the thing: are you having trouble thinking, or you know of something but you don't want to say?
No, I'm having probably because one thing I'm having a problem thinking about it because as far as like something on my body, I can't really think of anything. I want to say one is I'm very social, right? With people, but. I guess I've always been very confident, right? Mm-hmm. And when I was like, younger, I guess I came off as being conceited. Mm-hmm. So one thing I never wanted to be was conceited, but I also want to be confident, right? And I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, who cares what people think, But at the end of the day, also, I like in the real world when I'm out or with coworkers socializing, I could tell. I feel like certain people, maybe their energy doesn't match mine. It's not like I'm there talking to everybody, but I think I just don't want to be. I'm a confident man, but I don't want to come off as like, okay, he's full of himself. He's conceited. I never want to be a Mr. Know-it-all. I'm always willing to, to learn and listen, but and then that goes back to that voice in the back of your head telling you like, well, fuck what people think. And it's like, okay, yeah, well, fuck what people think. So I guess it may be worrying about what people think sometimes, which I don't think I do. But then sometimes I feel like I do kind of worry. But I guess always trying to be a better version of myself. Like I'm constantly, which is not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. So I constantly feel like I'm not good enough as far as like, oh, no, you could do better. I'm trying to always compete with myself, which I don't think is a bad thing, but at the same time, it could be, kind of bad if you don't credit yourself so I guess maybe giving myself more credit, tapping myself on the shoulder, like you're okay. And I do that a lot because if not, nobody's going to tell you, you got this. You know what? Maybe your mother or a loved one. But if not, nobody's going to motivate you. So, I always motivate myself, but I don't think I answered your question about insecurities.
You kind of did. You said
just not
kind of worry about what people think sometimes.
A little bit.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks having insecurities, but it's also everybody does.
And another thing with me having ADHD, right? My brain's constantly going. I'm pretty sure I'm not blaming it on ADHD, but what I'm saying is my brain can go from here to here, from here to here, and I'm thinking, and when I'm thinking, sometimes I can get lost in those thoughts. But a lot of those thoughts are being creative. Like I'm thinking of ideas, or I'm thinking of things I have to get done. And I feel like sometimes I might have a short attention span when I talk to people, because next thing you know, something will distract me in my brain, and my brain will go wherever that idea came from. So learning to check my thoughts and not always I don't know if I explained that right. I hate. It's not that I hate talking about this. It's just sometimes I don't know how to explain it, so I don't want to be rambling around.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
And maybe back to my ADHD. So I'm constantly, as I'm talking, I'm thinking, and then it's like I have that voice in the back of my head telling me, "No, but this, but this." As I'm talking, sometimes I just want to tell that voice like, "Get the hell out of here!
Get the
hell here!" Like not today.
For instance, yesterday, a moment I saw as an ADHD moment. We went to watch the fireworks, but it started raining, and there was a loudspeaker that was like, "Everything has been canceled." And he's like, "I gotta go find out what happened." So he gets out of the vehicle, leaves the door open, all of the equipment sitting in the chair, and he was gone for like 45 minutes.
And then came back.
But that is, and I'm not mad about it. That I see it in him. I see it in Tina and my sister. They all have the same kind of like, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, I came back drenched too, by the way.
Oh, he got stuck in the rain and was lost at one point.
We were in a huge parking lot. I guess I forgot which parking lot it was. I was walking around by the time I got back, I was soaked. But yeah, I have a tendency of just, ever since I was young, I would just
dart off.
Hey, where'd he go? And like people that know me,
and I know that he does that, and I don't take it personally. The first time it happened, I'm like, "What the?" It'll scare you. It's like, where did he go? I don't take it personally, and I don't. The back of my leg, it's just so bad. I think I have
those
a mosquito
mosquitoes.
bite.
They're
Yes.
sucking the life out of you.
They're sucking me dry. I think are you too loud?
No, you're good. I was just go ahead.
What were you gonna touch when you come over here? You can touch all the buttons you
my
want.
lips are so. I need to get some.
Oh,
water.
you want this?
Yeah, I need straps. So the elevation out here, so dry out here. My lips, they're constantly getting like dry and chapped.
I forget that we are at a high elevation until I try to do something like, I don't know, walk, and then I'm like,
Get the hell
out of here. Although I did walk down and up a little piece of a mountain the other day.
Oh yeah, you
itches.
did. We went to this place called Lookout Mountain. And then you park up, you take a little hike trail, and you see everything. It looks beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another moment where I worried about your ADHD because you were sitting on the edge of a cliff, and I was like, he's going to look at a bird, and then the next thing you know, he's going to be over the side.
What if that would have happened?
Then
would you have gone and looked, or would you have just...
I would have gone and looked, but then I would have started saying, "Help me, help." But there was a guy down there apparently on a hammock, so maybe you would have fallen into his hammock.
I would have landed into his arms. Like, whoa. Hey, nice to meet you. Love at first sight. Yeah.
Well, this episode was filled with just a lot of fun technical difficulties, but storage podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I always have. I mean, the last two times I've recorded, my camera went off. I have a new camera. I don't think this is the first time I've used my new camera.
I'm sure it looks nice.
If this one's going to shut off, I'll know because I could see a screen right here. Mm-hmm. There's the camera. There's a screen. There's the camera. There's a screen. There's the camera. There's a screen.
That's all you need.
And it says recording. I can't actually make out the words, but I can see the red.
Yeah, my camera, I need to do a better job at keeping it charged. Keeping it charged and ready to go for whenever you need it. Sounds like me.
Huh?
Keeping it charged and ready to go.
Keeping what charged?
Just me. I'm always charged, like the Energizer battery. Keep going and going.
Huh?
Keep going. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. Keep on rolling. He's rolling down the streets of. All right.
What we done?
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Poopy pants. You pooped in your poopy pants. I pooped in my poopy pants. I have a turd in my pants.